Hello, hello. Can you guys hear me now? Hi. Hi, Ezra. Ooh, I just dropped. Hi, baby. You come sit with me? How is everybody? How is everybody? Welcome in, everybody. Oh, today is a day. Today is a day. I am not gonna lie, I almost did not go live today because my brain was having a moment. I have a lot to talk about today. I don't really know fully where to begin, so bear with me a little bit. Yeah, but yeah, I guess starting off, let's start off with some positivity. How are you guys today? I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. If you're new to stream, hi, I'm the Make Believe Artist. I know I'm not up on stream yet and we're still on the starting student screen. It's because I am waiting for OBS to load that I am doing stuff. But I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. If you're not new in stream, if you've been here for a bit, welcome back in. Thank you guys for joining me. I'm sorry that I have been semi-MIA the last couple weeks. A lot of stuff has happened. Yeah. Yeah, I hope you guys are doing well. I hope you guys are having a great morning. Remember to hydrate, remember to get some nice food. It's not morning for you. I don't know what time it would be, so I hope you're doing well. I'm gonna be playing Minecraft today. Mostly just so that I can like have something to do while I talk at y'all, because I got a lot to say today. Oh dear. Oh dear me. What is happening? It was there for a second, and now it's gone. Don't bite me. Oh, it's because I'm on the wrong one. That's why. Hi! Hello, hello. How is everybody? Let me just adjust that camera real quick. It's a little chaotic today. Again, I almost didn't go live today because of some stuff, so bear with me. Bear with the chaos today. Let's get this all fixed. Let's get this all fixed. Let me find my camera. This is Nugget. If you guys haven't seen her, this is one of my babies. I live in chaos, so you're good. Thanks. I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. Anyone who's been on my stream for a while knows that I am incredibly chaotic, and everything I do has some edge of chaos, so gotta expect it with me. I'm not wearing my glasses. That's why I look really weird to myself this morning. I just realized that. Hi, kitty cat. This is her way of making biscuits. She has done this ever since I got her. I don't know why. It is the funniest thing to me. She's just a goofball. Okay, trying to pan over so you guys don't have full view of the litter boxes. But I also don't want you guys to see the mess of cords, so we're just gonna call that good. Ouch, miss, you're getting my skin. Okay, we're gonna call that good for the camera today. We're gonna call that good. Anyways, hello everybody. As I said, this is Nugget. Yeah, where to begin? Where to begin? I guess I can start last week. Let me just pop in VC so Kane can join us at some point. Puppies are cute till their claws are poking holes in your chest. She's got some incredibly sharp claws and she's never liked trimming them. So I have a bunch of different little scratch things for her, but oh my goodness, her nails hurt. I feel that. Enderchest would let me like do his nails, so it wasn't so bad with him, but Nugget, she's very much let me get my claws in there kind of cat. Well, so first off, I was gone for almost 2 full weeks. Oh yeah. So originally I was just gonna take a week off. I had a friend's wedding and then a con directly after that friend's wedding, and so I was just gonna take like a week off so that I could make outfits for both. But what ended up happening was something that I didn't really foresee, and I don't think anyone could have foreseen. If you're in the Discord, you probably already know, or our stream buddy died, not yesterday, but the Sunday before. I was away for a friend's wedding, and Kane and his mom was help watching my babies, and they gave me a call, and they were like, hey, Enderchest is acting weird. He's not acting like normal, and they like told me what was happening, and I was like, no, that's not abnormal for him. But it turns out that I told him to wait, and I wish I hadn't, but he wasn't doing anything too crazy abnormal for him. But then his breathing did some funky things, and that was a sign that I was like, if this happens, take him into a vet. So they took him into a vet, and it turns out that he had a urinary block that we didn't know about and that he hadn't been showing symptoms of. Right up until it was too late to help him. And they had to put him down the same day. And when I came back, I was really struggling, and I still had to get ready for a con, and I still had to work, and it was just a lot. So I ended up not really streaming. We streamed the one day, and that was because that was a prior commitment that I couldn't change. But yeah, it's been hitting me a little hard. We're not gonna see our favorite little boy around anymore because of that, but Nugget has decided to go from being a very standoffish cat to never wanting hugs, never wanting pets, to I need to be on you at all times. So maybe we'll have a new stream buddy with her. She's still figuring it out. She doesn't quite understand yet what she's supposed to do, but she's trying. And she's the best stream buddy you could ask for. Yeah. So between that and some chronic pain issues, I've been gone for a while, and I don't know if I'm gonna be doing my full comeback this week. I don't know if we're gonna be streaming every day like normal, but I am going to try. Crossing my fingers. Yeah. It's been a rough week. We're doing better. Trying to do better anyways. His ashes are getting sent to me soon, and so I don't know if I'll do like the creation of his urn on stream or if I'm just gonna do that privately, but I will show you guys when I get it done. I'm making a little ender chest to put his ashes in, and I'm hoping to kind of put it somewhere over here by my desk so he could keep being a stream buddy. I just thought it was really fitting, you know. But yeah, I didn't really share super publicly. I just did a little quick share on Discord, so I figured I should probably let everyone know who maybe is not in my Discord and doesn't get updates from there. Speaking of which, I primarily update through Discord, so if you enjoy my streams, enjoy my content, or are wondering why I sometimes take prolonged breaks, come join our Discord. It's easy to update, and I'm almost always on there, so yeah. I forgot what block I was looking for. I was looking for a block, and I forgot about it. What am I looking for? Hold on, let me pull up my reference. So yeah, that's the heavy life stuff that's been going on. I've been dealing with some chronic pain issues and dealing with trying to get everything sorted, and my god, no one tells you how expensive it is to put down a cat or to put down a pet in general. Enderchest wasn't my first cat that I've lost, but my very first one, I lived in a much smaller city and it was priced very differently, although I will say I wasn't able to get her ashes back. If anyone was watching me at the very start of my career, you may remember a little gray cat. Actually two. There was two of them at one point. But Gray, she died a while back. She died all the way back due to a neurological issue. I was very lucky. I had family that kind of took care of most of that for me, so I didn't really have to do it myself, so I wasn't really like fully aware of how much it cost until Enderchest came around, and that was a lot. No one really tells you about that when you get a pet. I feel like they should. But yeah. I get messages secondhand. Yeah. Yeah, I'll be honest, I didn't even really tell most of my friends what had happened. I just kind of like stopped answering texts and things and went kind of MIA for a bit, but that's not uncommon for me. I am an introvert disguised as an extrovert, and I have a lot of like chronic pain issues and just depression and all that. So for me specifically, I tend to sometimes get overwhelmed with the way life is, and I'll just disappear for a bit. So I don't think a lot of people know what happened. Which is why I wanted to just talk about it once on stream, so I didn't have to talk about it again, and I could just keep dealing with it privately. It's been a little rough, though. Kane is a godsend, though. Kane has been an absolutely amazing partner. He was with Enderchest when everything happened, and I'm very happy about that, because it broke my heart that I wasn't here. But yeah, it's been a lot. Hasn't done my depression or anything favors, which is part of the reason why I look like this today. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. There's a lot. There's a lot going on. But I will say, amidst everything that's happening, I have had a few other more happy and upbeat experiences that have made me kind of rethink how I'm doing things and think about life and all that and how I want to keep going forwards. I would like to continue doing streams like this where we do them for about 2 hours every day. In the future though, I may switch up the times. We may be doing them like later in the day, like late night streams, or we may be doing just some different, I'm not sure yet. I'm still trying to figure it out. So I know if you were here for my Labyrinthine stream, you might have heard I swear I can talk. You might have heard me talk about how I'm now dual streaming. I'm streaming on Twitch and I'm streaming on YouTube. And I'm mostly doing that because I'm trying to make it a little easier for for VODs. See, here's the thing. ADHD brain. Let me get what I was saying. I'm trying to do the dual streaming to make it easier for me to have VOD uploads on YouTube so I don't forget and none of this becomes lost media. That is a thing that I've been struggling with since I first started streaming, was that I had a lot of issues with losing important streams. If you were here during the first season of 7 days, 3 lives, pretty much all of that's lost media now, except for a couple of clips and 1 episode on YouTube. And I'm trying really hard to make sure that no more of my stuff becomes lost media, and that now you will be able to see it on YouTube same day I streamed. It will be there. So hopefully that makes things a little easier for everybody who can't necessarily make it to the stream. Now you know it'll always be on YouTube. You can go back and watch it at any time. In regards to no, your late night streams throughout my sleep schedule, I feel that's why I'm not 100% sure on it, because I do notice that the majority of the audience and all my friends and people who come and support me and watch me, they tend to prefer these earlier day streams. And I prefer these earlier day streams because I can stream for 2 hours, go to work, and I'm good. The hard part with that is a lot of people are streaming at the same time I'm streaming, and it makes it harder for new people to find me. And I've noticed I get a lot more new viewers when I stream during those later nights. Less of my community and more new viewers. And I want to try to find a balance where I can give my community what they want and what they need, while also still growing my channel, because that is a thing that I really want to do this year. I really want to try to start working on growing my channel a bit bigger. I want to start taking this a little bit more seriously. That's the thing that I've been saying all year, but I really, really want to get into it and work on that. I really enjoy doing this, and I want to keep doing this for a while, but I would love to stop having a 2-hour difference. That is the funny thing. I was looking at my statistics the other day, and I thought most of my viewers were on the same side of the country as me, and then I find out, no, they're all on the East Coast and are in a completely different time zone than me. And I'm like, oh, no wonder this is why my streams are panning out the way they are. But yeah, I don't want to completely stop these morning streams. I just think what I might end up doing is maybe on Mondays we'll do late night, maybe on Fridays we'll do late night. I have a cat on me, you can't really see her. You might be able to see her, so this is about all I can do for stretches. Also, hi Kybal. Oh, I don't have a drink. I'll grab a drink in a minute. I stretched too much, I startled her. Because she's not in my chest. Yeah, I don't quite know what we're gonna do in regards to... Hi, welcome to the tail, and probably the cat butt that's in your face. Sorry. Baby. I'm here. I don't quite know what we're gonna be doing with streams yet. But just know in the next few weeks, I'm gonna probably try a few different schedules, and see what works, and see basically what works for me and what works for you guys, and then we'll go from there. I was gonna be building this whole time, but I'm having a hard time finding my reference picture, so that's why we're just chatting to open creative inventory. Oh, of course, I say that and then it appears right in front of me. Amazing. It's amazing how that works, right? So, yeah. Yeah, so I don't know how things are gonna go yet. I will keep you guys updated. If you want the most accurate updates, please go join the Discord if you're not already in there. I know I say that a lot, but genuinely, my Discord is where I update everything, and that's the first place to get updates. That's usually the most accurate. Yeah, I was gonna wait till Kane got in here to start talking about Twitchcon, because I feel like it'd be good to have both of our perspectives. I just realized that's a creeper face on it now. Oh, I love that. What are you? That's cool. Okay. Sorry, I haven't gotten to see these yet. This is my first time seeing the new spawn eggs. Those are so cool. I would, contrary to the beliefs, I'm a coward. Literally, like, I promise we're chill. It's mostly just me posting art and updates for streams. To be fair though, Ezra, you kind of get most of the information immediately from Kane anyways. It's more for people who are new to my stream and are just kind of hanging out. I know joining new servers can be a little scary and things, but I promise I have an absolutely wonderful community, and we're a very quiet server. Most of the time I'm the one posting in it, and it's mostly just updates for stream. I promise. Yeah, you do. You get special princess treatment. I genuinely love these. I was a little nervous about these when I heard they were updating them. I was like, oh, I'm gonna kind of miss the like fun little polka dots, but sorry, I keep grabbing my nose. It's a little nervous tick of mine. That's why I actually stopped streaming with video cams, because I'm constantly touching my face and my hair. But I'm trying to like myself more and stream more with my face in my things. Because I did miss being able to share some of my genuine reactions, and you don't always get those with like a VTuber or a PNG tuber. Reference. So I am on a server. It is a private server, but I have had a build that I have been wanting to do for a while. And I started doing it on that server, didn't like how it was coming out, so I'm gonna do just a quick layout in here. But first I want to see what this is. What are you? Okay, never mind. I can't see what this is. I think I'm on peaceful. That's fair, okay? Fair enough, fair enough. So yeah, I have been wanting to do this for a while. I just haven't been sure how I want to go about it. Especially because somebody on the server had a very similar idea to what I had, so I've been like putting it off because I don't want it to look like I was copying them, despite the fact that that pig have eyes? Let me see your face. No, you have normal eyes. I swear I saw out of the corner of my eye that that pig had like giant fucking eyes. Yeah, what was I saying? Oh yeah, so I've been wanting to do this like cathedral build for a while. Figured we'll talk about that while I wait for Aim to join in. But I kept going back and forth on what I wanted to do with it, because somebody started building a cathedral after I started, and they got theirs done a lot quicker than mine. And it's really cool, and I'm like, I don't want it to look like I'm stealing your idea, even though I came up with the idea first. You know? I don't know, I get so anxious sometimes when I'm on servers. I don't really talk about this much on stream. I'm a very, very anxious person, and I don't think a lot of people realize that, because I'm very chill most of the time. And I don't really like letting people know how anxious I am. It doesn't help that I'm kind of an introvert that acts like an extrovert and loves people but gets so burnt out by them. It's like this very fun mix of anxiety and introvertedness being completely overshadowed by the extrovert persona. Okay. So I think our space is about 16 blocks. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 29, 30. I'm actually gonna do 30 because that feels This feels small, doesn't it? A little bit small, that's okay. We can always make it bigger. I think we're gonna have to make this bigger, because so the idea for the area that I'm building is it's going to be this massive graveyard with giant skeletons sticking up and bones and things like that. And I feel like this is a good size for a normal one, but I feel like I need to double this for the one that I would like to create. So I'm actually gonna do pillar like this size. Actually make sure this is 30. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Okay. We're just gonna do the same over here. Yes, it is. This is for Foxcraft. If anybody follows the absolutely wonderful Foxology, this is for that server. I started... Hi Kai, welcome in. I started building for that server, but then I had a bunch of IRL stuff come up and things, and I like took a break, and when I came back, Ronnie had this amazing cathedral built, and I was like, oh, maybe now I shouldn't do the cathedral the style I wanted to do it, because that's what Ronnie's done now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Should actually be there. So we want 30 blocks inside, not 30 on the dot. Okay. I think that looks better now, actually. Because I think if I do one more on this side, and that be the entrance right there, I think that'll be perfect. Not been on the... Yeah, that's so fair. I had a lot of like chronic flare issues, and then the same reason I stopped streaming for a bit was the same reason I kind of haven't been on the server in a while either. But mostly it was chronic pain issues and just being very burnt out. I was working, I was streaming, I was doing a lot, and I just didn't really have time to do a private server for fun. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. I actually need to go in one. Something about that felt off. I knew I fucked up somehow. But yeah, anyways. How are you, Kai? Welcome in, welcome in. Can't remember if I said that already. Okay. Yeah, I think those are all a good distance apart. Yo! I don't know if that was a follow or what, but thank you. It was a follow! Oh, hi! Thank you for the follow, dude. Oh, we made it to our goal. Yay! Hi, welcome in. Thank you for the follow. Thank you. Okay, let's see. Might send a quick text to Kane, like, you good? You bought 100. Wait, you bought 150 zip-up hoodies for only $50, or you bought one hoodie for only $50? Am I reading that right? I don't know if I'm reading that right. Okay. A 150 singular. One hoodie for $50. Okay. Oh, you bought 150. Oh, I understood what you're saying now. That's cool. That's very, very cool. Okay. So this is the front. Original was 150. Gotcha. Hi, babe. How are you?
Hello. Oh, makes it the wrong way.
I was just about to send you a text asking if you were good. I was like, you should have been here by now.
I had to restart Dante.
Oh, no.
He turned off when I was making food.
Oof. Oof. Well, hey, guess what? You don't have to talk about any of the heavy stuff because I already talked about it.
Oof, I'm so sorry.
Nah, it's fine. I didn't really know where to begin, so I ended up just talking about all the heavy stuff. But I don't know why Zip-Up was censored. But we now get to talk about your favorite Twitchcon. I do want to preface this by we went to TwitchCon this last weekend. It was very fun, but we just have some thoughts and opinions on some things.
We've only been to TwitchCon twice, and both times, the second time somehow made it worse than the first one in a sense.
Yeah, there's some interesting things. So if anybody has been here since 2001, you guys might remember
2001?
Not 2001, 2021. I can speak today.
Oh, I they were here for 20
I can speak today. Oh my god. If you've been here since 2021, you might have heard me talk about our experience with TwitchCon back in 2021 and how it was a little bit of a disappointment and how we were kind of like shocked that the TwitchCon staff would be that like incompetent. They've not changed.
Nope.
In fact, if anything, it's gotten worse, which I feel like is almost an achievement. Catwall in the background. Yeah, Nugget's up there now. She's hanging out. She was on my chest earlier. So brief overview. Back in 2021, Kane and I went to TwitchCon for the first time, and it was a fun experience.
We went on the Fridays, the first Friday, so it was like the first day, and it was chaos.
Yeah.
We went, last time.
And we just kind of were like, you know what? Maybe it's just, you know, maybe we just went on a bad day. I do want to preface this. Both times we had so much fun going to TwitchCon. It was very fun. Since 2021,
we got to meet cool people.
Yeah.
We got to somewhat repeat that same incident we did in 2021, but with a different content creator.
Yeah, so it was very fun. Like, don't get me wrong, I had fun both times that I went, right? Like, I'm glad that I went both times. It was a very fun experience both times. I just have some confused questions for Twitch staff, but I wouldn't necessarily recommend going.
Not for that much money.
Unless you really want to see the people there, and even then, I don't know if I would necessarily recommend it because you have a higher chance of seeing people at VidCon when they don't if they're not even the stuff than you do. Yeah. So, anyways, let me stop being vague. So back in 2021, we went to go just kind of see what it was, see a couple creators, and try to see what panels we could get into. And
I mean, I wanted to go specifically. We're gonna say which fandom I was in.
You were in the Dream
SMP. I was in the Dream SMP fandom. I wanted to see the panel because it was gonna be Phil, it was gonna be Nikki, other people.
Yeah,
Um,
you were in Dream SMP. That was the first year that they were going to like a big con like that. It's completely understandable why you wanted to go. We
it was also the first convention they did for TwitchCon since COVID. So it was like they
yes.
had just reopened it.
Yes. And again, I really do want to preface by like, it's not a bad con. I think overall there's a lot of cool people there. There's a lot of absolutely amazing vendors there. And we had a very fun experience meeting people. The people that tend to go are very nice usually. But yeah, so our first year we went for a day and I nearly went in the foam pit that broke a lady's back. I got saved because Kane wanted to go see a panel, and then when we went to go see the panel, we nearly got caught in a stampede because there was not enough safety protocols, and Twitch staff severely underestimates how many people want to come see their Minecraft creators.
Every fucking time, mind you.
And there's also just various safety precautions that were not overlooked. And I remember the first time we went, I told Kane, I was like, somebody's gonna get seriously injured or hurt. Beyond just the foam pit not being secured properly, because it's like, it feels like they don't care about the people who are coming. And then a year or two after that, some really bad things happened to several people at the con. And we kind of went, yeah, we're not going back. But this year, the only reason we went back was because some Hermitcraft creators were going to be there. And we were like, oh, this is really important to us. We would like to go see them.
It also was also because, at least for the West Coast, it alternates between Vegas and San Diego. And we were able like to have an opening to just go to the San Diego one, because the Vegas one, like I'm gonna preface, the 1-day tickets are about like $270, and that's like even like if you're lucky to get the discount for it. And that's for the 1-day pass, mind you. So not only that, like it's like you get to get the hotel or get the room. Like we were able to do the full day. It was agonizing to like drive up and down, but it was worth it. We'll get to that stuff later. But to go to like somewhere like Vegas, you have to get a hotel room. You have to get a drive like a car there if you're gonna fly there or drive out there. The gas mileage, just a bunch of factors. Not to mention the chance of like how many people would buy the hotels nearby, and those prices go up a lot. So we just lucked out that they repeated the year in San Diego, and we're like, okay, we can budget and save up for this, and we did. And it was, is that a face that you're making?
No, I'm making the cathedral. I'm making the cathedral.
Oh, sorry. It looks like a little face.
Nope, it's the cathedral. I'm currently planning it out and trying to decide how I want to do it.
Nice. But yeah, just to preface that, folks, we had to save up just for that, because that was just the 1 day. I don't know how much it was for the 3 days. I don't want to even think about how crazy it was.
16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21,
it was so yeah, last time we went in on a Friday, the first opening Friday. This year we went on the Saturday, because there was also they don't tell you until like months after you've gotten your tickets, oh hey, this is when the panels are going to be, or hey, this is going to be when these things are going to be, because all of the stuff like MCC and the Hermit panel was on Friday, the MCC was on Sunday for once. So we just happened to barely arrive the day that nothing much big thing was happening, besides other like small pop-up meet and greets or just in general.
So yeah, it's very disorganized, and we knew it was going to be disorganized because we've seen TwitchCon in the past. They have very tight turnarounds for a lot of their stuff, and they don't tell people when their stuff is until the day of. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
I know 8, for the pop-up meet and greets 11, that we ended up going to, 13, the two 14, of them, 15, 16, it was 18, 19, I think 20, at least 2 days in advance. 2, 3, so like 4, 5, I think it was a Wednesday or whenever 20, they let us know, like, hey, you're gonna have a pop-up. We got like a surprise, like we were able to arrange this. Like, cool. A lot of people don't know. Like, a lot of people aren't on Twitter or have like the app and stuff, so they wouldn't exactly think to look. Like, hey, there's a pop-up, and we'll get to that later when we mention the other stuff.
So a thing that we noticed the first year that we went was there is a severe lack of security. There was very few security out front. There was very few security checking bags. There was very few security once you got inside, especially at the meet and greets. There was usually one person for 5 or 6 lines. And I don't know necessarily if that's entirely normal. We've been to VidCon a bunch. I've been to a Comic-Con once, and it was very different than any of those cons that I've been to. And I had hoped that this year would be better and that it would be more sorted out. It was not. It was actually worse this year than the first year that we went. The meet and greets were on the panel floor, and there was not like things to keep people out. You could come up from the panel floor without even going into the line, and you could go straight to the creators, and a lot of times staff wasn't stopping them. That's probably why what happened with what's her name? Emery?
Yeah, I think.
I don't
Something
know the
ridiculous.
creator very well, but I know there was a very, very popular Twitch streamer. I think her name was Emery or Emery. She had somebody come up and assault her during her meet and greet. Because it's right there. It's on the like for context with VidCon, there's an entirely separate room that you go to that is completely separate. You have to go through security to get to the meet and greet lines. Yeah.
You gotta go through it twice, because you gotta go out the building, wrap around, like either out the building or through the hallway, go through one line of security through double doors, and then a second row of security where you need to scan your badge twice to get into the queue lines.
VidCon has that figured out. Twitchcon does not. Yeah, she was not gonna come originally, but she has a contract that states she has to come. So unfortunately she has to go because she is one of their contracted streamers. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. So yeah, but that was really shocking because I feel like the first year that we went, there was at least some separation. Yeah, there was, because the year we went, the meet and greets were up by the artist alley, so you had to go through at least some security to go upstairs, and there was double doors, and it was,
I mean, the only security they had was,
it was
like,
most, yeah, it wasn't like, it wasn't as good as VidCon or Comic-Con, but there was some security, and it was roped off away from the artist alley. The artist alley was much smaller the first year that we went. This year the artist alley was much bigger, so it took up the entire upstairs, and I think they learned from the years previously that having the meet and greets upstairs doesn't work because people end up blocking off everything. But how they had it set up this year was really poor. It was in the main floor of the main part of the hall. There was not many areas roped off. The lines for the meet and greets were very short, and anyone could just go up. There was very few security. It was quite disappointing. But yeah, another one of the things that really frustrated us the first year is we almost got caught in a stampede. They severely underestimated how many people were coming to see some of their creators, and instead of, when they realized they hit the max for these panel rooms, instead of sending people away, they kept pushing people in line, and it was really bad. We got pressed up against windows. We got very lucky that we were at the back of the line, and there were some wonderful people who helped us get out. But there was kind of a mini stampede, and a couple of people got hurt from what I hear. And it was entirely because Twitch staff did not turn people away. They just kept shuffling people in line. Even after their doors had closed, they were still shuffling people in line. And instead of directing the very crowded group of people that had been shoved in a very tiny space of half the hallway, yeah, I'm talking about that right now. Are you good? Is Discord good?
I was trying to explain the meet and greet, and then it like cut you out, and then I tried to just finish saying it. You were still talking. Like, oh, never mind. I'll quiet.
Oh, I didn't hear anything. I started talking about the stampede because you weren't talking, so I was like, okay, I guess I'm going.
No. I was trying to speak, but when I tried to click on Discord, it was like
no, that's fair. I was explaining.
I
I was explaining what happened with the stampede the first year that we went. And
for the meet and greet or for the
panel. I had gotten. I hadn't even touched down on the meet and greets. I just kind of briefly explained that it was a lot, and I think that they were trying to change where they did it because there were so many people. There was a lot of mini stampedes the year that we went and risks of people getting hurt. But the big one, I was talking about the big one because that kind of gives you context for how all of them were handled. And that was the one where we got kind of shoved up against the windows, and then instead of dispersing the crowd in an orderly fashion or trying to do anything, they wouldn't let people leave the way they came because they were worried a stampede would happen. So they were trying to push people into a more narrow part of the hallway and get them to go down the escalators, which in turn caused more of a stampede.
Also, fun fact. I remember this from that time. The escalators on the end they're trying to guide us through did not work. They were broken. That year.
Yeah. And so they were basically getting funneled to a smaller hallway that was a dead end instead of being allowed to go back the way that they came, which I understand not wanting everyone to rush back the way they came, but they weren't even letting people at the end of the line leave. We got lucky that there was a couple of people with like their dads with them, and their dads kind of were like, yeah, no, fuck this, and started getting people out. And there was several people that we were standing next to who were like, I don't want a stampede to happen. Let's start slowly letting people out this end and try to move the line back our way, even though Twitch staff is trying to shove us down in a corner. And so like we got lucky. We didn't get caught in the main part of it. We were at the very back. But it feels like this year they changed up things to try to avoid that, and I'm sure that they've had several incidents like that since 2021. But it feels like they did it very poorly and not very well executed. Because they still don't tell people, hey, this long line that we see forming for this meet and greet or this pop-up or this panel or whatever, we can't have this many people here. But instead of telling people, hey, you're not going to be able to get to see this person, the line is too long, they just kind of go, yeah, you're fine. We're not telling you anything until we shut everything down. And that was incredibly frustrating. We were in a pop-up and we managed to get in because a group in front of us was like, you guys are part of our group now. You've been standing here since the very start. It's unfair.
We got assimilated into the group. We got assimilated into it. They're like, you're a friend. Come with us, please.
Yes. But like, they weren't telling us anything, and it was like people who weren't even Twitch staff necessarily who were like, hey, Twitch staff is yelling at these streamers or like talking to these streamers about how this needs to be cut off at this time and this needs to get shut off. And it's like, oh, that's cool. Will you tell the people waiting in line though? Because there's more people getting in line.
There was this one lady who kept just staring at me, and like other people behind us kept pointing at us, talking to the guy. I'm like, I can see them saying that they're gonna cut everyone off. They should just stop whispering to themselves and just say it, because there was like each booth was about, I don't know, like 50 feet or like 25 by 25 feet, give or take. And then like there was like 3 whole booths or areas that people were lined up, like curled around. Just tell us so we're not waiting there.
Mm-hmm. And it's like people had been waiting there for an hour. Twitch staff had been whispering for an hour and hadn't done anything. Hadn't tried to tell people like, hey, this line is a lot bigger than expected. We don't have enough time to see everybody. Like, there was none of that. It was just looking at us and whispering for an hour. And
also the thing I hate that. Oh, you go. Sorry.
I was just gonna say, I will give them some grace. I don't think they really fully understand, despite the fact that it's been several years since this has been proven. I don't think that they understand how many people want to come and see certain creators. I don't think they understand that. I don't think they realize that. And I think that's why we keep having these situations where we have certain creators that they're like, oh, well, you're not really like our biggest creators, so there's no way hundreds of people will want to come see you. And it's like, no, there's a lot of people that want to come see these people. Like, you gotta have some better organization.
Like their main Twitch rivals has gone from like the other games, like the Valorant stuff. It in the past like four-ish years, it has been Minecraft's championship.
Mm-hmm.
So like, yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting. It's a very interesting thing to me. I don't know how such a big like corporate thing could not, like, I understand if this was like their first year, or if they were like kind of like a bunch of streamers organizing it. I could understand that, but it's not. It's the company.
It's like their 10th year or something.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of 10s everywhere, and then
yeah,
I don't know. I'm just very miffed about the whole situation.
I'm like, we got lucky. Every time we've gone, we've got lucky. We've had good experiences there. We're more upset on behalf of other people.
I feel terrible. I'm just gonna say this because I like looked at who was gonna be next. I will say like content creator wise, I feel terrible for both Purple and Shadoon because they weren't supposed to show up till like 2 o'clock for the meet and greet, for their meet and greet. They were like led out from the area at 1:30. I was basically staring down Purple and Shadoon and be like, oh dear God, they're seeing all these people. And there's a chance that once Green and Scar leave, everyone's just gonna be gone. There's gonna be no one in this line for them.
Yeah, there was also a lot of miscommunication. I know a lot of people wanted to go see people, and then by the time that they got there, because they like got there when they were told to get there, they found out, oh yeah, these people aren't there at this time. They were at an earlier time, and they had
were
no
moved
idea.
around because of the lines.
Yeah, it was very chaotic, very disorganized. Another thing that I really want to touch on that I think TwitchCon really needs to improve is the ADA accessible.
Yes.
I have a lot to say on that. So, hi, I am a person who deals with chronic pain issues. I have scoliosis, and I have hip issues and other things. I'm not formally diagnosed with a lot of these. I am formally diagnosed with scoliosis, and I do know my scoliosis affects several of my joints, but I have some undiagnosed issues that I'm still trying to get diagnosed currently. So, while I don't use ADA, I'm very passionate about it because I understand how much it helps people. I have friends who have chronic issues. I myself have chronic issues, and I think for the people that need it, it's very important that it's well done and organized. I like the way that VidCon typically organizes them, even though I don't think it's necessarily the best way to do it. I do like that they try their best. TwitchCon this year was atrocious. It wasn't the worst I've seen, but it was bad. Anything outside of official meet and greets had no ADA whatsoever, which I can understand. But it was to the point where
I will say,
yeah,
I did hear that at one point for one of the official meet and greets, it got moved at some. I don't remember where it got moved. It got moved from like one section to like a different floor, and a bunch of the people who needed ADA accessibility, they had to wait in line for the elevators because there was no way to get down after they moved down the stairs. Like,
yeah, I was gonna touch on that last, but yeah.
Yeah, sorry.
No, don't. Please say your piece when you want to say your piece. So here's the thing.
I'm still mad for that one person too who was in line with us for.
So here's the thing. ADA was not great this year. There were some parts of it that were great from what we hear. We talked to a lot of people who did use ADA, and certain portions of it were great. They had the official meet and greet lineups, they had official ADA lines, they had people directing you to the official ADA lines. But somehow after the first couple meet and greets, especially after the Emery situation, you think they'd get better security and be more on top of it. Instead, it went downhill. Like to the point where they were putting ADA accessibility people in the main line. and not giving a shit what happened to them. Like, if you didn't have somebody with you, you were kind of fucked. And they weren't allowing +1s for a lot of people either, unless you had a wheelchair. One of the really, really big things that I heard a lot about while we were there, and I didn't necessarily see, but did happen very close to us, was there was a lot of issues where random people would just grab people's wheelchairs and move them because there wasn't an ADA line. So they were in the main lines and people were cutting and moving them out of line and being like, well, you're not moving, so this is my spot now. We talked to one lady who, she was there with her daughter, and her daughter left for a few minutes to like go to the bathroom, and even though she had her brakes on, even though she was yelling at the person to stop, they just pulled her completely out of line and put her in a random spot. There was issues like when we were in line to go to a meet and greet, there was these two people in a wheelchair, and we saw them going around the whole line, and every time they'd find the end of the line, people would be like, no, it's not the end of the line, go there. We don't want you over here. You don't need to be over here, go there. So we ended up pulling them into line with us, because we were like, we have an area that you can go, and yeah, and so like that was our experience with our line. Those two incidents happened in our line. Oh.
It was like bad.
Yeah.
Was so bad.
But those incidents that were happening in ours, they were happening in every other line too. It wasn't just our line, it was just that's what we kind of witnessed and we heard the most about. After we came home, and even while we were there, I heard about that happening all throughout it, sometimes in front of Twitchcon staff, and Twitchcon staff just ignored people. You're calling for help, somebody's moving you and they're not supposed to be moving you? Good luck. And like, I will say this much. TwitchCon staff, I'm not necessarily mad at the staff themselves, because I do know that the majority of the time, they're not being told what's going on. There's a huge miscommunication issue from higher up in the chain. The people who are on the floor, usually, they don't know what's happening. They're doing their best. And the majority of the time, TwitchCon staff is very, very kind. And the few outliers that are ignoring things that happen right in front of them, that's not the fault of the majority. It's just really bad communication, understaffing, and that kind of breakdown, right? But it's frustrating that that's still happening in 2025 when we saw that happening in 2021 and there were several outcries and people got injured. And I think there was another incident in like 2022 or 2023 where someone was assaulted as well. Very much worse than what happened with Emery. And the majority of these things could have been prevented if Twitch would just keep trying to make an ad. I don't want an ad right now. I'm talking. If Twitch would just not understaff these events. These are the one events where you really need to splurge on security and things, and not ban people's security that they're bringing in. Do not ban people's security for doing their job. Oh my god. I heard several stories about that. The biggest one I heard about was the one with Emery, where her bodyguard was banned for doing his job. Like, it's insane. And I'm utterly baffled by it. But I will also say, yeah, specifically doing his job at a previous Twitch event, which makes this even worse. Yep. And I will say, like, some of this isn't necessarily the people on the floor. It's not always their fault. It's a communication breakdown, it's a policy issue, and it's a understaffing issue. When I am upset at Twitch staff, I'm not necessarily saying, oh, I hate the people who are on the ground who are doing their best. I'm upset at the people that put them in that position. That is the staff that I'm talking about.
Actually, I have a good example to say how understaffed they were with everything.
Oh yeah, we overheard some things.
Because I will say this wasn't in the TwitchCon venue itself. It was outside because we were trying to get find food as we were leaving the venue, and we happened to pass by because they closed off an entire block for the block party, which that in itself had bad communication because a lot of people were going in trying to get or go to restaurants like we were. Didn't realize that everything was private because they didn't have the stuff up yet in time to say, hey, yeah, this is the entire closed off area. This is specifically for the block party. Don't come here.
Oh yeah, and if you walked like you knew what you were
were
doing, they would just let you through because like they were supposed to be sectioning off and not letting the public through. But I think they saw
public just kept
mine
walking
and
through.
Kane's badges and just let us through, and we had no idea. No one told us anything. No one stopped us. They were just like, "Oh yeah, you guys can come through," and then closed the door behind us.
Yeah, but at one point we sort of stood around trying to figure out like, okay, what the fuck are we gonna do for food, trying to see what was open, and there mind you, there was like I think about 6 security who was next to us, give or take, because they were like keeping an eye out, and this guy like very very loudly and upsetly and like stressed, like not upsetly like angry, well
No,
also
just
angry, but also like
stress.
very clearly he was very distressed and stressed because. Mind you, the block party starts around I think like 10, give or take.
Oh no,
and
it was
around
starting.
6 when
It
we were
was
leaving.
people were coming in
Oh
as we were
really?
leaving. Yeah, as soon as so when we came in, they were just finishing the blocks off. And then about the time that we managed to get out of that area, they were checking people in at the door and letting people come in.
Got it. Okay, so
which I think is why
that
they
makes
let
things
us
even-
in. They just saw our badges, saw that we were part of the con, and I think they just let us through thinking that we were supposed to be there when we weren't. We had no idea. They didn't check our like tags or anything. We didn't know they were closing off all of the blocks.
There's no badge checking areas, yeah.
Oh, there was.
But-
It's just it hadn't been set up when we went in. It was set up by the time we were leaving, but it wasn't set up when we were coming in. Yeah.
Okay. Well, it makes this even worse because we're in the corner waiting, like trying to figure out okay how we're gonna get out of this area, how we're gonna get food, and this poor security guard, bless him and the people who are like in that group, he was being like, okay, we need more people, we need more security backup. And the guy on the phone was like, it's fine. It's like no. We have only 6 people on the floor, or I think it was 6 or floor, whatever, of their group,
6.
of this guy's group specifically. Like, yeah, he's like we only have 6 here. Half of the group, like the other 6 or 7 that were supposed to be there, dropped out. They canceled. They didn't show up, so they needed more people. And they're like, well, we don't have more people. And it's like they needed more people because they didn't have enough security for that specific section of the block. Like there was not like if there was ever to be a stampede in the block party, if there was going to be like a huge crowd of people, there was.
It's not even necessarily like a stampede. I'm more worried about people getting injured or attacked because the block party wasn't in the main convention center. It was in a public street in front of the convention center. And if something were bad to happen, it would be at there where the blockades are not fully put together or where people who managed to walk in beforehand. There were a lot of people that were there that were clearly not staff, clearly not con goers, clearly not people working at the restaurants. There was a lot of different I want to preface this, I have nothing against homeless people, but there was a bunch of homeless people still in that blocked off area and they weren't letting people out. That's the thing.
Also,
it took us a while to find a way out because once you were in, you could not get out. And it's like, why are you like, I'm not mad at the security there. It's not their fault. They were doing the best they could and they were severely understaffed, but it just boggles my brain that this is allowed to happen, that you're not making sure you're fully staffed. Like, that boggles my brain. And again, things happen. People call in sick. Have backups, you know?
I also will say, this is because of, like, you know, the secondary reason why we're waiting in front of the restaurant. They weren't monitoring who was going into restaurants. Like, they were telling us, hey, it's a private event. But if someone went up and said, hey, can I borrow the bathroom really quick? They could just walk into the restaurant, into the bathroom, and they could literally just waited there until like the party happened, came out and did something. Because
I don't think anything happened. I haven't heard anything yet, but
I hope nothing happened. But like just the fact that someone without a badge or anything who wandered in there was able to be like, hey, I need to go to the bathroom, and then was allowed to go to the bathroom in this random restaurant. I'm not gonna say in the restaurant because you know everything, but
and again, it's nothing against the restaurant.
They
were very kind. It was Kane's mom that went in, you know, like. I don't think they would necessarily let in anybody that they have fear would do something bad, but it's the fact that everything happened and was allowed to happen because higher ups did not make sure there was enough people there, that's the frustrating thing. Like, I'm mad at some people because I've heard some really bad stories of the security that was on the floor in the main con. I haven't really heard anything about the block party yet, so I'm crossing my fingers and hoping everything went okay. But like, it's the fact that this stuff happened in the first place, and that there were some people who were genuinely shitty security guards being put in charge of security. It's the fact that the people who are genuinely trying to be good at their jobs are not allowed to do their jobs because they are so understaffed. It's just a perfect shitstorm combination, and it's disappointing that this was seen back in 2021. It was pointed out back in 2021. It's been pointed out every single year since then, and it's 2025 now, and you're still having the same issue. This isn't new. It's just a new flavor of it, but it's not new.
I hear the worst part too. People keep saying, like, every time they have TwitchCon San Diego, it's like the worst ever run thing. Like, it's so terrible. It's like, why is it in San Diego? San Diego has like a lot of other fun conventions. Like, it's known for Comic-Con, which I know has its own little like, ups and downs. But Comic-Con can handle like they have more people showing up than they do for TwitchCon showing up. I would wager more people show up for Comic-Con than they do for TwitchCon, and that's still handled much better. Like, it's not the venue that makes everything bad. It's the people running the thing that don't ever realize any of this shit happening. Even though this is the second time they were able to, because 2021 was the last time they had done San Diego TwitchCon. Until last year and this year, they had been in Vegas. They had been at the Vegas venue because that's their secondary venue in the West Coast. And then last year and this year, they were here back in again San Diego. So like, it's not the venue. It's not the venue's fault.
I mean, there is something to be said about maybe they have a better security agency that they work with in Las Vegas.
Well, maybe. Yeah, Vegas is like.
But at the same time, if you are not having these issues at your Vegas place, then that means you're aware of how to solve these issues. Why aren't you doing it in San Diego? What is happening, you know? But yeah, I do, again, and I want to say, like, we had a great time. We had a lovely time meeting people. We got to see a bunch of creators. It was very nice.
I scared Graham with the jump
I loved the Artist Alley. The Artist Alley was huge this year. It was great. I one day want to have a table at an Artist Alley. I don't necessarily know if it's TwitchCon or VidCon, but I would love to have a booth at some point because it seems like a genuinely cool thing.
Oh, what's Capel saying?
Oh yeah,
yeah. Don't worry
Kane
about that.
Scared the crap out of Green with the Juppet.
Okay,
wait, actually, where is the Juppet? Do you wanna bring him out here and I can just show him on stream real quick?
No, I don't want to traumatize Nugget.
Okay, here, I'll show stream a picture. Okay,
so stepping away from the heavy stuff of everything. I'm gonna just really say really quickly. Ours went as a Zombie Cleo, like a Zombie Cleo cosplay. I went as Joe Hales with the Juppet. I have like a full body, like not full body. I have like a Juppet that's like the size of my torso. So as I mentioned before, we got pulled into the group, the last group that got to meet Scar and Grian. I'm gonna press this right now. I'm pretty sure Scar was overwhelmed and I was overwhelmed. We just sort of looked at each other as we were leaving. I was gonna try and ask, hey, can I get a sticker? Because he had like the little stickers from Hoffman with the train on it, and I was gonna ask him, but he looked at me and like he looked confused, or like, oh, there's a person here, and I'm like, oh dear gods, I don't know what to do. I'm nervous. So that's my interaction with Scar. He didn't get scared by Juppet. However, for the picture, because we're gonna do a huge group picture and then get out of there in hopes to get other people following after us, which they didn't, because they cut it off after me, which sucks. I'm so sad about that. Yeah, this whole group of like, I think 10 of us were there, got ready to, like, around Scar to get a picture, and Green because he saw it's like, oh, I'll be behind Scar so I can be in the picture too, and I was like, I'm one of the tall ones, I'll be behind Scar as well, so we can be in the picture. Mind you, no one communicated this. Me and him did not communicate. We have not talked. We never talked. The only thing I heard from Grian, because I had to jump it up right like behind Scar so it can be seen. He just went, "Oh gosh," because he went behind Scar, looked to his right, saw the jump it. The jump it was tilted off like towards Grian. I didn't even process he was there until I heard him say it. Looked over, turned the jump it, and saw him back off a tiny bit. So I scared Grian with the jump it.
Too. You didn't see him jump, but it was like a full
body.
I saw him
jump.
Oh my god!
Jump, and I'm like, oh dear. I scared Grian. I felt bad, but like quick picture, left, didn't even chance to really say hi to anything. And yeah, a lot of people saw the jump it. A lot of people would like to jump it. I had a whole puppet conversation with two people actually. One of the guys was like, yeah, I make puppets for a living. I go, cool. So we got the information from Instagram. He's a cool person. There's this lovely couple. I'm so sad I never got their information from them because I was so caught in the moment. I saw their puppet. And I'm like, oh, cool dragon. They saw my puppet. Like, oh, cool puppet. And we just sort of like started talking as like the puppets to each other. And then I think his partner or his wife or whoever she is related to him had a beholder puppet named Iris. It's the only name I can remember because everything was so loud. I think the dragon's name was like John or something or I don't remember what his name was, but there was a dragon, there was a beholder, I had the jump it, we talked, it was so fucking nice. A lot of people recognize the jump it more than I thought would realize. And yeah, and like a lot of people knew the jump it, or at least if they didn't know the jump it, they were impressed of how well he was because it was our first time making it. Artists did all the clean stitchings, I did all the rough stitchings. Legundo recognized the jump it. Amesy vaguely recognized the jump it. I don't think Scott recognized it because he was overwhelmed, but like again, everyone was doing a lot of things.
I will say, if you're curious about seeing the picture, Doc77 did a thing where he was like, hey guys, tag me in this, and we're in that thread with one of the people who was in the group with us. They posted a picture of all our faces blurred, so you can go
they
see
blacked out the jump its face.
But yeah, I don't know if they'll ever mention or anything, but I just think that was kind of a highlight of our day. Another highlight of our day was just the amount of people that we met, and like we got to play a card game with people.
Oh yeah, I am still
embarrassed about the fact that I went up to Legundo all excited to give him a card and have him sign one of the cards because it was part of the game, and I started telling him excitedly about the game, and he just goes, yeah, that's my game, I released that. I was like, oh, I didn't even know about it. I 10 seconds ago told this man, oh, I've been watching you forever, I'm so excited to see you, like, I finally got Kane into this, because I started getting them to watch vampires, and they now know who you are, like, this is so exciting, hey, you want to sign this card game? I'm startling Nugget.
Also, he was so nice to me, like, he gave us a token with his logo on it, and I fit it to the jump in, he gave us a second one, I'm like, he's cool, they're nice. we had so many like funny, silly interactions. Also, Artist, you want to explain the Amesy incident?
Oh, I walked past Amesy like 3 times without realizing it was Amesy because I was so dead set on. So, what I do at cons is I like to get every person I meet to sign my badge. I don't care if you're famous. I don't care if you're in cosplay or not. I'm just excited to meet people. So if I meet you, I usually ask you to sign my badge. But when we were standing in line, I had completely forgotten. I'd gone up and told a lot of people, oh, you look so cool. I love your outfit. I love your cosplay, this and that. And because it was like we had just entered the con, it slipped my brain to ask for signatures. So afterwards, I was trying to hunt down everyone I had met to get signs. And I was so intent on getting a signature from this one gal who I've seen. I think this is the second con that I've run into her. She's an amazing cosplayer on TikTok. Actually, I don't know their pronouns. I want to say she, they, but don't quote me on that. Absolutely amazing cosplayer. As Red Pearl. They were dressed as Red Pearl this time around, which I think they were also dressed as Pearl. Yeah. I think they were also dressed as an older version of their Red Pearl when I met them the first time. I can't remember. It's been so long. They might have been in green that time around. I can't remember.
It was a Pearl because we did the photo shoot with them.
No, that was the second time I had met them.
Okay.
So this was like the third time I've met them. The second time I met them was at that. The first time I met them was at the VidCon when we went with Viz and Wolfie and them, and we were in the same line next to each other. They remembered me from that. They didn't remember me from the hermit meetup that we did when we dressed up for the first time as hermits together. And hermit friends together. They actually didn't remember me from that. They remembered me from the previous time when we had met in line to go see somebody. I have golden retriever energy at cons. It's great, but I run out of steam so quickly.
Pebble, you don't understand. You don't understand, Pebble. They saw Tubble, pointed out Tubble, and like everything happened. Aimsy walked past us. It's like, oh, Aimsy's here, and then Aimsy left. And then we went upstairs in the same spot we had the Crumb incident, aka they told Crumb to their face, "Hey, I like your cool, I like your outfit, I like your mask." In the same area, they locked in, not on Aimsy. They locked in on the friend, on the
cosplayer,
the Pearl, the cosplayer, the Pearl, got the signature, and then went, "Oh, was that Aimsy? Like, you just noticed." Which, granted, I think Aimsy recognized us the third time because of that, because I quite literally had a freak out, like, you only noticed Aimsy now, because then Aimsy saw us, like, was in like at the end of the meet and greet line for Laguna and Ghosty Fruit, I think her name was. We left and like, "Oh, Aimsy's here," and he's like, "Yeah, you guys." And it's like, oh dear God, we can finally say hi to Aimsy.
I think I'm just destined to not realize who or where people are, because this isn't the first time. I've walked into Philza twice. I've said nice cosplay to Crumb, not realizing it was Crumb. I've almost walked into like 3 other content creators just walking around, not realizing who they are.
Scott.
Huh?
You almost walked into Scott.
Yeah, I've almost walked into Scott a couple of times. This time I told him his shirt was cool, and the gal, I don't know who the gal was with him, but I loved her sequin skirt. It was so pretty. It was like this mermaid skirt, and it was green, and it had sequins up the side. I just wanted to tell her so badly it looked cool, but there was like people talking to Scott, so I couldn't get in till they left.
I will say the funniest thing is that the way he looked at us, he looked tired because like having to rush along. You could tell that he was expecting something like, "Oh, sign this." You caught him so off guard that he was flattered that you told him that his shirt was cool. Also, I saw his shirt, the shirt that he got like later in the artist gallery, because someone was selling it. Someone was selling the shirt.
Oh, sick.
Yeah.
No, we saw him, and I was gonna say hi, but then he was crowded with people, so I was like, you know what? I really like his shirt, and I really like this gal's dress. I just want to tell them that and then leave, but I don't want to interrupt these interactions. So, yeah.
I think like Scott and Scar are handshaking because like they both gave me like both startled and also confused looks of like, is that a Juppet? They didn't say it. I could just tell from the way they looked at me, and I was too scared to be like, hi. I couldn't say anything to them. I felt so bad. So I'm like, I want to say hi and just say hi in general, wave the Juppet's hand, and then continue on my way. But then we locked eyes and I'm like, okay, anxiety's kicked in. I'm gonna walk away. Goodbye.
Yeah. Anyways, I have golden retriever energy. If you see me at a con, come say hi. I love saying hi to people. I might burn out really quick, but I will always say hi. That is an understatement,
my dear. My dear, that's an understatement. You left the spot like in line with me. I would keep making the joke like, I've been abandoned by Cleo. At some point I stopped making the joke because you would see someone bolt, come back, and then see someone else bolt, come back. And when you dropped me off at the Minecraft area, because I can't walk for a long time if I'm standing or walking for a while. I have to sit and take a break. I sat there like by myself, and you like zoomed and then zoomed back and then zoomed. You got my cards for me signed by Eric, because I'm like, I can't go talk to person. Like, I got this.
He's 19, 22,
and then you also dragged me into the group circle.
Yeah.
You're like, we're going this way now. I'm like, I'm good. I'm nervous. Like, we're in this way now. Socialize.
I do that a lot. But yeah, I like to say I'm an introvert with an extrovert exterior. I am like a big puppy dog. I love meeting people. I love talking to new people. I just burn out really quickly. It's why I love streaming, because I get to talk to you guys for 2 hours and I get to be happily and bubbly and play games, and then after that I'm good. My nose is so itchy, dude. I need to clean the cat house. It's so dusty in here. I've been putting off cleaning since Enderchest died, because I was like, I cannot handle the fact that I'm gonna clean this and all his fur is gonna be gone. But I need to, because my nose is showing up on red on stream, because I keep like itching it, because it's so itchy from the dust. But yeah, I'm like a golden retriever, and I love it. And I was joking with Kane, next time I go, I need to go with like a giant hat or like some big headpiece so that Kane can see me over the crowd, so they know where I am when I just start off.
Using Empire's gem, because of the wide brim.
Well, she was just the first person I thought of with a giant hat.
You need to do what the other people did, because like there's like two people that had like arrows pointing down on their heads to show where they were, and like at least one person I saw walking by with like a balloon floating in the air tied to them. And I was gonna also joke and say, oh, you can be a sim, because I saw someone with a sim head.
Oh, it's because there was a sim booth.
Yeah. Yeah, it turns out there's a booth. I thought it was like them with their cosplays, and like, oh, that's a cool idea. No, there was just a booth that had it. I would have lost you so quickly if we'd done that.
Correct. You would not have found me again. Would have been glorious.
Would have been glorious, and you would have realized you lost me, and then would try to find me, and I'd just be standing right there.
That's true. That is true.
Because that did happen twice.
Yes, there were several times. Kane just blends into crowds, even with the Juppet. You'd think with the Juppet that Kane wouldn't blend. They do. But
you turned every direction but where I was one time. That was funny.
It's because I had looked at your direction first and didn't see you. So I thought that direction was already clear.
Because if I kept moving, you would have lost me again. Actually, unless it's like the Jurassic Park T-Rex logic, or it's the movie logic, where like if I move, you can see me, but if I stop moving, you can't see me.
Yeah, something like that.
And I specify specifically in the movies, because the book series, they can still fucking see you. They see really fucking well.
To be fair, the movie had a lot more like scientific stuff behind it.
Yeah, because they talked more about the frog DNA and stuff being the reason why they couldn't see things.
Mm-hmm.
They can see in the movies, but if like at least specifically the T-Rex, Rexy wasn't able to see people unless you moved.
Heyo! Yeah. Just realized I was hanging out in this chat and you could join us.
I heard you say something false about Jurassic Park, and I was like, no, I'm not taking that.
No, the movie version of the T-Rex cannot see you, and this is the first movie. In the books, it can in fact see you and will grab at you.
It explicitly can see in the movie. It was just shown to be investigating before it started attacking, which was when they started running. That was like, okay, it's safe to these people.
Well, then maybe they should have also made sure of that in the game series that made the Telltale games.
I forgot Telltale had that, honestly.
I'm pretty sure they're decanonized now, but it's also really hard to tell what the heck is going on with that.
Yeah. Also, Kaba, you're going with us to the next Twitchcon if we ever go again.
Okay.
We need we need the tall, scary friend so that artist doesn't get wandered off.
I don't really look that scary though.
You're tall.
20.
Yeah.
Tall people tend to be scary in terms of like conventions.
Okay.
32.
Sounds like a plan.
I mean, to be fair, my plan is if I ever go back to TwitchCon, it's going to be as a creator. That's my hope.
Yes,
I don't want to go
case,
back.
I'm coming as your security.
Yeah.
I will
That's
say if you're,
the goal,
if you're
people.
a creator,
Next time we go to TwitchCon, I want to be the person that you're coming to see.
I will say the one downside is that I won't be able to be with you when you're a creator. You'll be in your own separate area.
No, you're coming with me.
Would you be
I will
artist
pitch a fit.
manager?
No, they don't let you unless you're specifically part of the account holder. You're not allowed to be with the creators.
Then I'll make you part of the account holder. You are a shareholder in the company.
I mean, true.
Yeah, like you are literally the co-owner of this channel. Did you forget that?
No, but I'm mostly saying because like, in terms of like my actual like quote unquote channel name, Observer Kane. The whole thing. I don't know how to explain it.
32.
My voice is slowly going because I have not had enough water.
There is specific things you can do. If you're invited there as a creator, you are allowed to take certain people with you backstage and things.
Not from what I saw last time.
I have researched it a little bit, but not enough as I should have, but I promise you that there is at least one pass. I don't necessarily know about 2 passes, but there's at least one extra pass that you can get as a industry partner and stuff. And either way, I would probably get you like an industry pass if they didn't want to let you back, and I'd just be like, no, you're with me. So that, or I'd just say fuck it and I'd sneak out. I'm not gonna be if I ever get invited there, I'm never gonna be big enough that people actually will care. Let's be honest. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14,
55,
15,
57, 66, 44,
17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. Stop! I need this to be exact!
40, 41.
I need this to be exact so I don't have to count again later.
Measure twice, never again.
Well, my plan is to take a schematic of this whole thing so that when I build it in the actual world, I don't have to sit here counting. It'll just be done for me. Especially because it's so fucking big. Schematics are amazing. I highly recommend Lightmatica.
I know. I need to use it. I just have been really lazy about setting it up.
Fair.
So
but yeah,
anything
no.
you two need to be printed for cosplay?
At the moment, no. But I will let you know if we do.
Okay.
I have like one idea, but I gotta figure out how I'm gonna fucking find the model for it.
I will say, we had a blast at Twitchcon. It was very fun. I think if you're going for the people and for the experience and seeing the booths and things, there were some great video game experiences. There were some really cool booths. Great artist alley. I think if you were, and they don't allow AI. There is no AI allowed in the artist alley. It was very nice. It's a very like specific clause. You're not allowed to sell AI generated things in their artist alley.
The only booth I saw with AI was in the floor below.
Yeah, it's great. I highly recommend it to people who are like up and coming streamers and things, because there's a lot of like brand deals and things that you can get from going and signing up for things. I think it's a pretty cool con. I just wish that they would be better about their security and the way that they have things set up. I think that it sucks that they don't have it done better. Yeah. Anyways, we had a blast at TwitchCon. I'm glad that we went. I'm glad that we met the people that we met, because the people that we met were lovely and it was very nice. We met some really cool people. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. Okay, that is the last time I should have to count for a while. But, yeah, we met some absolutely lovely people. We had some great experiences with cosplayers. We had some great experience with people who were out of cosplay. I wish I had brought everything that we got from people that we met. I didn't think about it though, so I don't have it in here, unfortunately. But it was a great experience. We had a lot of fun.
Also, Little Miss will try to eat it.
She's really not my eater. She likes plastic and that's it. And her chest was my eater.
She would try to chew on the etho.
Yeah, she would probably try to chew on the etho.
The little etho.
I don't know. I'm a big con enjoyer. I highly recommend going to at least one con. You know?
If it's small and local.
Yeah, even if it's small and local, like, I highly recommend going. Just keep in mind safety and all that, because some cons are really, really bad at safety.
Yeah. especially for new cons, if you're looking at con for your first experience, you want to do something local that has had at least 2 years prior. Unless if you know for certain that the organization staff behind the new con is really good at safety, have experience somewhere, some form in managing events.
Mm-hmm. I would say go to a bigger con for your first con, but I know that's not possible for everybody. My very first con was Rose City Comic Con, and that was lovely. I had a great experience with that. But it was expensive. So if all you can do is a local con, just keep in mind safety, go with friends, don't go alone.
Drink plenty of water.
Drink a lot of water, bring water with you, and make sure if you are in cosplay and have uncomfortable shoes that you have a change of shoes, or you specifically make sure the shoes you're wearing for cosplay are comfy. I can tell you I've learned that lesson a couple of times.
And if need be, if need be, even if you don't think you need it, if you have trouble walking at times, like just if you feel like you would need a cane, be it outfit-wise or not outfit-wise, you might need to take a cane. Because there's a lot of walking, a lot of standing, and if you feel like you do genuinely need something to help support your body, because most of the lines don't have walls. So if you're against like standing or trying to sit,
if you have accessibility issues, try to talk to staff, try to get an ADA, because that is incredibly helpful. And also try to make sure that you bring your accessibility things. Even if it doesn't work with your cosplay, bring them. Seriously,
it's okay. It's not gonna change anything if you have it or not. Like it's better to be like safe and comfortable and able to move and be all right than it is to worry about, oh, it's gonna clash with my outfit, it's gonna do this. Like don't prioritize your own health and well-being. Don't prioritize your outfit over it. You got always prioritize yourself first.
Yep.
Yeah.
I went too far out. But yeah. Definitely, especially if you want to meet people. Please, like, bring one of those little pop-out seats or something. Dude, we were in a line where this gal ahead of us had one of those pop-out seats, and I was like, oh, I need to get one of those.
I think I have an extra somewhere.
Oh, nice. No, I keep forgetting to buy him because, like, I had one at one point and it failed on me, and I've been, like, nervous to buy another one.
That really sucks.
I need to get my, like, chronic issues sorted out so I know what I have and figure out what I can actually do for accessibility issues and stuff.
Yeah.
That requires going to the doctor. I hate that.
Understandable. It's my least favorite thing, and my mom's a doctor. So I'm like, yeah, I really should go to the doctor. My mom's like, you think? I'm like,
dude,
okay.
Dude, genuinely, like, my hip gave out at work the other day, and I was just, like, sitting on the bench while my kids were like, are you okay? I'm like, yeah, I'm fine. I'm like, god damn it, I might actually have to look into what is going on with my hip now instead of just being like, yeah, it causes me chronic pain sometimes.
Yeah, that's not good.
Well, you know what? I'm gonna have a lot of streams of me just building this thing, because this is massive, and this is only one part of the build that I'm making.
Nice.
Yeah, this is the main part, but it's only one part of the build. Oh my god, I'm finally gonna be a mega builder again. I haven't been a mega builder in years.
It'd be like that.
Genuinely, I think the last thing that I did as a mega builder was I rebuilt the Mazalian Palace in modded Minecraft with extra details.
Yeah.
And I don't even think I got it finished before that server died.
Yeah, the biggest thing I ever built was I dug out, I think it was like 64 chunks all the way to bedrock. And I was starting to build a dwarf fortress, and then that server died.
Oof.
Well, I used to build like giant cities and things. But that was on Pocket Edition, so I don't really have any of those saved. And I like started playing Java and didn't really build anything like giant. I mean, I guess I did have a giant tree once. I guess comparatively, my tree was quite large. But I don't think I have finished proof of that, because I think I kind of got burnt out, because that was back when I first started streaming. So this is technically my first, like, mega build that I'm probably actually gonna finish for once. Which, that's exciting. Okay, so I'm gonna need this here. And then I'll need it there. And I'll probably need one after that. Okay. This build is gonna be huge.
I can't wait to see your progress.
And I'm excited for it, but I'm realizing how big it is.
There's a lot of resources you gotta get.
Yep.
I mean, luckily it's gonna be mostly of stone, but yeah.
You'd probably excavate a mountain and it'd be faster.
Huh?
We have.
Well, we're in like a super biome world, so I'm not really worried about where I'm gonna get the materials. That's not gonna be an issue. It's more of just realizing how many materials I'm gonna need.
Oh yeah, that's
You
fair.
know?
Let's rate my friend's upgrade of one.
Plus
What?
you can do texturing and things.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna. Well, see, here's the
I-
thing. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh no, I was just like, I opened up an app and that's why you heard that sound.
Ah. I will say it is gonna be semi-broken down because the point of the graveyard is it's supposed to look like semi-abandoned. But still.
Yeah.
You know you can like freeze time, right?
I don't remember how to do that.
It's like game rule, I think. Game rule time.
Time tick,
something.
was it? Or time pause?
Or
Disable time tick?
is it daylight or something? I don't know. It's been a while.
Yeah, seriously.
I know I did it once for like testing things out in.
For all the random stuff about Minecraft,
Oh.
I don't. Oh, did you find it?
Slash tick freeze, I believe it is.
I think that freezes animals too.
Yeah.
Which means I think I need to
It
kill this
freezes
cow.
everything. I mean, you just kill everything. Slash kill all.
I don't want to slash kill everything.
Oh, it's slash game rule do daylight cycle false.
Oh
Okay.
yeah, that's the other one.
Okay, hold on. Let me unfreeze the tick speed then. And then what was it again?
Game rule do daylight cycle false.
Awesome, thank you. Okay.
You're welcome.
Well, I'm gonna head out. Take care of yourselves.
Drink
Yeah,
water.
you too. Thank you for chatting with
Have
us.
a good time. Head out. I need to go. Got something to eat.
Go eat.
You should get some food too.
Oh, I will. I will. Coming to the end of my rant, anyways. So I just wanted to finish getting at least the pillars laid out today before I get off.
Fair. Shit, I'm falling off the chair.
You okay?
Yeah, the chair's like starting to lean more towards the left every single day, or to the right. I don't know. It's leaning some direction. I have to keep adjusting so I don't fall.
When you hold up your hands, does your hand make an L? Or a backwards L?
Which hand?
Well, if you have both hands in front of you, okay, one makes a normal L, one makes a backwards L. If you're leaning towards the normal L, that's the left. If you're leaning towards the backwards, that's the right.
I mean, the chair is leaning towards the right. I'm leaning towards the left, so you can see why I got confused.
Yes. That makes more
I
sense.
started leaning in the direction of the thing.
Of course you did. But yeah, I do want to sum up our whole little rant of we had a lot of fun at TwitchCon. I'm glad that we got to go. I just wish that the security was better. And it's frustrating that even after several years, it's still just as bad as it's been. That's about it.
Yeah.
Speaking of like Minecraft and stuff, when do you want to do the next LAN party?
I don't know. We never had a chance to talk about it.
Because if you want to keep doing it on Mondays, we could probably do it this coming Monday.
Sure.
Nice.
If we find like a copper golem.
Yes, I've not figured out how to do that yet, though.
I mean, I'm pretty sure it's just like a copper block and pumpkin.
I think so. I think so.
We can test it out right now. Aren't you on like the latest version?
I should be.
You can just test it right now on creative. My jack-o'-lantern. And carved pumpkin. I think.
Ah!
Little guy.
No chest.
You stole him the one chest he wanted. His only chest.
I'll give him back a chest. It's not right here.
Jellycat.
Yeah, it's a jelly cat.
Did you tame it?
Nah, it's just wandering.
Fair.
Can I lure you over this way, sir?
No, he's just there now. He's like, what is my life to be? Can you lead him? Or are you just doing the... Nice.
giving him a trail so he knows where to go. There you go, buddy. That's your chest.
I'm stealing him.
Okay.
Tell Nugget I say hi, by the way.
I will. She's hanging out watching me.
Nice.
Okay, so here is the front part. And here is the long back half. And I'm gonna need to do another set of 32 so that I can do the skip one, have the pillars, and then have the curve. Because technically I could do the curve here, but I don't want to. I want to do the curve off of that second set of pillars. So I need to here and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. Honestly, I should probably learn how to do world edit. I've done so many mega builds and things without world edit and I've just kind of like low-key been refusing to learn, but I think at this point I kind of need to learn it.
You could learn it pretty fast knowing you.
Hmm?
You
Well,
could get really fast knowing you.
last time I tried to learn it, I got really frustrated with it because it didn't make sense to my brain. I'm gonna have 3 hydrates when I get inside because I forgot to grab a water bottle.
Damn.
Yeah, because you had me hydrate, Kyle had me hydrate, and Kai had me hydrate earlier.
This doesn't funny.
Hmm.
If we did like a joke little Twitch dono goal where if you get like enough like 3 subs by the end of the week, you can you're going to for Halloween.
Nah, we're going anyways.
It's still very funny.
I see why you would want to bribe the audience with that, but I'm not vlogging. I'm not really a vlogger. I tried. Didn't really get into it.
It's a lot to manage. Also, you would probably walk into the animatronic and get scared.
True.
Trying to be like, hey guys, look at this, and it goes raw.
I've always liked vloggers. I just feel like I get too self-conscious to do it.
Fair.
Maybe one day I will, but today is not that day.
That's fair. I just realized something funny. Very off topic. Ignore me.
What?
I can see if my old high school has their haunted house.
Oh yeah, you could. I think they do. I saw signs for it on my way to work the other day. Or signs for a haunted house. I don't know if it was your school's haunted house, though.
I have no clue, honestly. I've not seen, looked at it. I've been in the area for a while.
I mean, that's fair. You're not in high school anymore.
Ooh, the high school is gonna be performing The Drowsy Chaperone, a musical within a comedy.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah. Oh, they have their own website now. Nice.
Okay, so then the back is going to be
Cute.
curved. This is so big it doesn't necessarily fit in my render distance.
Oof.
Look at this. It just barely
Oh my
fits.
god.
And it's going to have a big curve off the end there. Like, I think this is just barely gonna be in render distance for me. Amazing.
Oh, I'm gonna be so livid. I just realized something.
Huh?
I think they fucking did Sweeney Todd finally.
Oh, seriously?
Cause I see the scene. I'm like, oh, this motherfucker is Sweeney Todd right there. Oh, I'm so mad. I'm so mad. We've been trying to get her to do Sweeney Todd for the past like 4 years when I was in that thing.
8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14.
It's just fine. I'm fine. I'm perfectly fine.
21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 9, 30. Eh, just what it is.
Angry noises.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Here we go.
Ooh, they're gonna do a trunk or treat.
Nice. Trunk or treats are getting very popular on this side of the US, and I'm not mad about it. It's kind of fun.
Yeah. They're gonna be doing it on a Tuesday though.
Interesting. Usually you do it on Halloween, but okay.
Yeah, it's gonna be on Tuesday from 5 till 6:30. So,
Okay,
like,
interesting.
no, that's interesting. Yeah.
Fair enough, I guess.
Hmm.
Okay, so this will be curved from this pillar to that one. That pillar to this one, and then we'll do a big curve that comes up and around here. That will be the back. Woo! And get layout-wise, this is not a bad layout. That said, I'm definitely gonna have to change the way that we have our current like base layout. But I'm not too mad about it, because the idea is these little side areas will have crypts, right? And this one right here is gonna lead to your city, right? I want it to be right here. Or this one right here, I want to have it lead to the city, you know?
Yeah.
So I want to have like
They work on
decoy
making this
crypts,
so badly.
you know? Like it's a hidden thing. And then there'll be a main hall here. Then a stage back here, and pews and things make it look like an actual cathedral.
Get married in the Minecraft Cathedral.
Oh my god, we totally could. Yeah. Anyways, I think this is a good setup for now. Let me try to get high enough up that we can see the whole build. I come all the way here where those are just disappearing. We can kind of see where the whole build is going to be.
It's gonna be so big.
It's going to be a very big build. But it will be the biggest build, because the rest of the builds are going to be smaller. It's just this one is supposed to be the biggest. It's supposed to be like the shining glory part of this giant graveyard.
Fair.
And then we're gonna have giant skeletons everywhere, because I want giant bones. We're gonna need a lot of bones. We're gonna need a skeleton farm.
I mean, there is one in the spawn area.
We're gonna need to take a lot of advantage, like a huge advantage of that skeleton farm. Anyways, here's the layout. Yeah. It's time for me to go grab food and get ready for work, but thank you guys so much for hanging out. Thank you guys for sitting through all the heavy talk and the ranting, and I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. Please remember to hydrate, and you know what? Let's see if we have enough people to go raid someone real quick.
Raid anyone?
We got enough people? Yeah, we got enough people. Okay, let's go see who's live.
You can raid Ike.
Yeah, let me go see who's live first, though.
Yeah, that's fair.
I've been raiding Ike a lot. I feel like I should probably...
Have we?
Ike's like the main
When's the last
person
time
I've
I
been
raided
raiding
him?
a while ago, but like he's been kind of my go-to for raiding. However, I don't really know anybody, so let's go raid Ike.
True, we did. We raided him like 21 days ago.
Mm-hmm. That's okay. In this channel, and on this channel, we love Ike.
Ike is silly. Ike is my rival, in quote unquote, in hard fight.
There we go. Anyways, thank you guys so much. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Thank you to everybody who was on Twitch, and if you were on YouTube, thank you as well. Remember to
Goodbye,
hydrate, everyone.
Drink water.
Have...
Commit arson. Don't actually commit arson.
Yeah, don't actually. We're not encouraging committing arson. No, thank you.
It's a joke. It's a joke. It's a joke, folks. It's a joke.
Yeah. Anyways, goodbye. Goodbye.